Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. This is my Volkswagen ID.3 First Edition Plus. I got this car in the mid of September, so I have it for over 4 months now. I've driven more than 13,000 kilometers. I've taken a lot of long trips, a few trips that were above 1,000 kilometers. I take it every day to work, so I know the car a bit. I have charged many times on 50 kilowatt, 350 and 11 kilowatt chargers, and at home with the granny charger, so I know this car a bit. I love this car, I love driving this car, it's a lot of fun and I enjoy getting into it every time. But of course, not every car is perfect, and today I want to talk about the 7 things I hate about my ID.3. Before I start, it's important, I'm a first mover. I got the car extremely early and they told us you were getting a software that's not finished. Finished software is coming in a few weeks, so February, March, and then this should be the version, the software version that the car should already have started with. But we signed up to be a first mover to get the car early, and we also got, so I got 3-month lease for free. I'm leasing this car, but the first 3 months were free. So yes, you have to accept a few problems. Number 1 is the many days and the many times this car was at the workshop. 18 days, 4 times I think it was at the repair shop, and the 18 days was just because one time they had to wait 13 days to get a part that was broken. First thing was that the 12-volt battery drained, and by the way, I got 4 loaners in that time and not electric cars, because the dealer where I bought the car doesn't have electric loaners, so I had to drive an ICE car in those days. It was crap, but that's not that's how it is. First time was when I had the 12-volt battery drain. 12-volt battery was empty, then they updated a control unit in there, put a new software on the control unit. That took 3 days. And I had 2 different loaners in this time. The second time I had a problem that because of this 12-volt battery drain, there were a lot of problems in the morning when I got into the car, and they can only be fixed if I disconnected the 12-volt battery. Then this worked again, and I got it, brought it to the workshop, and they had to change a control unit, and they had to wait for the part for those 13 days. So this was not happy for me. Third time was then the update to the 0783 software that is on there right now, because this solved the 12-volt battery drain. And since then 12-volt battery is just perfect, no problem at all. And the fourth time was just 2 weeks ago. I had a error where it didn't show me the odometer, it was just 3 lines. I had no idea what's going on, and they fixed it with software. They had to do something in the software to get that back, and then Volkswagen a day later sent them a different control unit and said, if you fix that error, you should also change this control unit. It's a newer version, do that. And that took 2 days because they couldn't work it out how that it's working properly for the first day. So again, the car was at the workshop for 2 days. So I was not a happy camper without my ID.3. Number 2 are the many things I have to do before I can drive in the morning to work. It's just so many buttons I have to press, so it is the settings that I want to, because it resets itself all the time because of preheating, because of safety features like lane assist. It just doesn't remember that. And again, this is a pre-software. Maybe in the main software this is gone. I know one thing that will be gone for sure, but let's look at it. I get into the car, the first thing is this offline online mode. This will be gone with the final software, so this is gone, that's good. Second thing is this warning, internet radio unavailable. This is there since 0783. This will also be gone when the software is on there. Next thing, if I preheat the car, the climate is always different than how I want it. I have it always like this, the temperature is fine, that's okay, but that it is on fan speed and that it's on window and feet. This stays when I'm just driving, but when I do preheating, it's in auto, and that's annoying. The last thing, when I wanna drive, of course I wanna drive in B, so I have to do the gear selector twice, and I have to turn off lane assist, because where I drive, lane assist is almost more dangerous than without it. So I always have to go into assist, those 3 dots, and turn it off. And then I can finally go. Again, I know that lane assist is a safety feature that's there, so it's more safe to drive, and I pay less for insurance, and it has a higher safety rating and stuff. But where I drive, very narrow country roads, it pulls away in a direction that I don't want to, and that's why I turn it off. Number 3 is the ignition turning off when you get out of the seat. I get why it's there. When you get into the car, you're sitting on your seat, and immediately the car has the ignition on. You can put it into drive and drive. There is a start engine button. You can use it to turn on the ignition, but just for driving, it's an amazing feature. You get into the car, drive. That's just awesome. The problem with it is when you get out of the seat, for example, you get out of the car to close the garage, or you're charging, you get out of the car to look what the charging speed is, we come to that later, then ignition turns off. That means music is off, heating is off, so the fan, everything turns on. When you are out, you can climb in here and press the start engine button, and then everything goes back on. That works. But again, this next time you get out of the seat, it turns off, and that's extremely annoying. Let me show you that. I have music on, get on climate, open the door, get out of my seat, climate turns off, music is off, I come back in, 2 seconds later, ignition turns on, I have that again, climate is on, but it takes a few seconds till it comes up. Number 4 is the Unreliable app. I get it, it's also not finished, the car software is not finished, and there are not a lot of features in the app right now. You have range, your state of charge, you can preheat, you have your departure times, you can send the destination to your navigation in the car, and it takes a bit and sometimes it doesn't work, but I'm okay with that. Also, you can do your charge limit and stuff, that's okay. But I need it to preheat, and sometimes I have to change charge limit and if it's reduced power or not. I do that a lot, and I would say daily. And sometimes it doesn't say in here 23 degrees. It shows min, and here where the car is, it doesn't show the car, it's all blue and says again min for minimum. And then nothing works. It doesn't matter what I send. Normally when I start preheating, it takes 70-80 seconds, but at some point it just works. But when it says min, it doesn't say anything for 20 seconds, and then there's an error message. And then it means nothing works. I cannot do my charge limit, I can't do anything. And I don't know what it is, if it's the car not connecting to the server or the server not connecting to the app or whatever. But I still see what is weird. I can still see the state of charge and the range, and I also see a change. So when I'm charging, I see that it's doing something, but just the rest doesn't work. And sometimes that's annoying because you want to preheat the car and then you have to wait, and sometimes it's a few minutes later, 5 minutes later, it works again. Then again it says the 23 degrees here, and sometimes it takes an hour or two. It doesn't seem to have a plan when it does that, and that's annoying. Number 5 is this here. Every button in this car is illuminated. On the steering wheel, on the door, down here we have light up here. Everything is illuminated. This start-stop button, those buttons down here, everything except for the temperature, left and right, and the volume. And I'm sorry, this is annoying. It's how many times do I drive in the morning? It's at 6:30, it's still dark. I wanna increase the temperature and I can't see it. So I do mostly climate and then change it in here. Oh, I can press here too. But to do a fast thing like here, it's just, do I press the right thing? Sometimes I go in here and then the volume is different. And yes, volume is here too, but if you have a passenger who wants to change the volume, it's not gonna touch your steering wheel. He wants to do it there. When it's dark in here and you almost have to turn on the full light so you can do that. Number 5 is the brake feel when you drive a bit more sporty. So when you're driving normally, the regen kicks in very nicely, and when you need a bit more braking power or you don't have enough regen because your battery is full or whatever, it's cold, then it feels totally fine. It's all nice, no problem at all. But when you drive a bit more sporty and you drive a bit faster into a corner and have to brake a bit more, or there is something happening and you have to brake more, you just feel you brake more than what you usually brake, but not a lot is happening. Then you brake more and more and more, and it's still not happening as you think it should. And I have never experienced that in any other car or any other EV, and I don't know why that is. It's just I brake, and I think it's enough, but it's not, and then I panic a bit and brake more and more. And it does brake fine, but you have to press extremely hard, and the balance from braking a bit and then braking more is completely off. So it's normal, and then oh my god, I have to brake very hard to get the real full braking, and I don't know, I don't like it at all. Last thing, and you would think this is a minor thing, but it's really annoying when you're charging that you don't see kilowatt. You see kilometers per hour that you charge. And yes, after a while, you know that 48 is around 11 kilowatt. I'm charging AC right now, but why not kilowatt? And I talked to Thomas Ulbrich, one of the board members from Volkswagen, and he said they also don't want to change that. And I'm sorry, that's crap. It has to be kilowatt. We need to know how fast are we charging, is there a problem, and accurate. This is not very accurate. When you charge very fast, it says 7 kilometers per minute. What is it? Is 90, 100? 85, 95, I don't know. I have to go to the charger and look what the charger says. Yes, those were a few annoying things about the car, but I still love the car. I don't regret buying it. I still love driving it. And that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.